Yeah, I understand, my friend. I understand. Actually, it's been going okay. Actually, the problem was I contacted Retron, and the whole thing was that I had the filter on. It was like high quality filter. So ever since I disabled that, it's been running just fine. I played all the way through Super Mario Brothers and Super Mario World actually on NES or Super NES, and then I played all the way through Yoshi's Island, and it ran fine. So it was the image filter. Oh, the fucking crying and just wah every fucking time that you'd lose him. So it was more incentive for me not to lose him. So I tried harder. And after I tried harder and wasn't losing it every 5 seconds, it was fine. But the fucking baby crying. That's genius. It's totally genius. Because baby crying and I do one of two things. Either I leave the area immediately or I try and figure out what the fuck. Why are you crying? Are you hungry? Or what? Are you pissed off? Did you shit yourself? What the fuck? Nice. Big Pixel had a baby. Where would you hear that otherwise? You'll have to look that up because that's like that's a moment right there. Seriously. Well, considering this game is like Farmville meets fucking, you know, Harvest Moon on steroids. All yeah. So you're just about getting ready to plant some stuff there in those spots, or what are you going to plant? Yes. That's where the money is. Wow, that's greenhouse. That's cool. What's in the desert? Hey, just as a heads up, your audio is not coming through on the stream here. You've got game audio, but you don't got any voice audio for you at
There we
all.
go.
It's just
Got it.
me.
Got it. Sorry. Better? Yo.
Yeah, it was just me talking there for a while, and then I was listening just to check and see if you were coming through, and you weren't coming through at all.
Yeah, I had OBS muted on accident because I was eating. My bad. Let's see here. Grind up a couple of these for some more rare fruit. I think I'm supposed to do something with these. Oh yeah, I remember that dude told me. I gotta bring one of these to that hidden area behind the wizard's house, supposedly.
You know, I was thinking about getting this game,
Yeah.
and I just the depth of all the shit you get into. I would get lost in a quagmire just playing this game just endlessly because I'm a completist kind of person. So
Mm-hmm.
I played some MMOs in the past, and I just went overboard and kept going and kept going and kept going. There's no end game to a
Uh-huh.
lot of those games.
Yeah.
But DC Universe Online is one of them.
DC
And
Universe Online?
yes, and you get to play with like Batman and Joker and Wonder Woman and all that, and they're your mentors.
Uh-huh.
And every time I thought I got to the end game, they'd put out another DLC, and they raised the bar,
Mm-hmm.
you know. And every time I'm like, okay, I'm top level, and then they'd raise the bar again, and it's just, oh god, it was endless. Seemed like, wow, I will not touch that game with a 10-foot stick because of how
Uh-huh.
in depth it is.
Yeah. Yeah. I was just telling someone the other night that we were talking about WoW in the chat here, and I was like, I played WoW for like about 2 months maybe, and like I was being really boring about it because I was just doing like economics and auction house trading. I like barely had any interest in raiding or anything like that. I would just go mine copper all the time. And I was like, why the hell am I paying to do this? Is that it?
Oh
There it
yeah,
is.
the PvP factor. I always felt bad for the other guys because if I'd win,
Uh
and then they'd get sad or depressed, literally depressed about losing, and I'm sorry, dude, I didn't mean. I'm sorry.
huh. Right. Yeah, I used to like doing like Alteric Valley and stuff like that. Your mind is filled with thoughts of spaghetti. Yes. Good. Alright, well now I got that done, I can feed the rest of those back into the seed maker and make more rare seeds. Good. Star drop thing gave me a ton of energy. That's good. I like that. But yeah, I pretty much like I would like sit and like corner the copper market in Ogremar just for the fuck of it, like set a price floor, buy everything below the floor, and resell it at the floor, and just like you couldn't get. I had enough money where people couldn't get around me. You know, they'd put something up that would undercut me, and I'd just undercut them right back by buying it and just jacking the price up. And yeah, that kind of got old, but that was the only thing that really like interested me at all, you know. Let me see.
Frank on Wall Street.
Basically. Well, because I was a poli-sci major in college, so I got like at least a tiny bit of understanding of, you know, like economics and like how markets work and shit like that, you know. And it's like it's really simple, you know, basic 101 econ stuff, you know, is like the price floor thing, you know. You just have enough money to say, well, I'm not going to let you sell below the price I set. Good luck. And they don't like it, you can just tell them to go fuck themselves. Let me see.
Frank Flick. Frank Flick defeats WoW.
That was pretty much it. I just like I got tired of it after a while. I did actually. I tended to have more fun playing on private servers and stuff. I thought that was always kind of interesting.
Oh, now see, that reminds me. I used to put a lot of hours into a game called Neverwinter Nights.
I
The
played
original,
Neverwinter.
not the newer one.
Yeah, I played the original. I know what you're talking about. I didn't really get to play it a whole ton, but I really did enjoy the parts I did get to.
Oh yes, and the actual servers you get into, because people would make worlds and you would join the servers, and there was persistent worlds. One of them was Storm Nexus.
Mm-hmm.
I started out with just one character, and after about 2.5 years, I was a DM admin and ran a realm of 40 people, and I was the leader of 40 people. You know, it was pretty cool.
Nice. Yeah, the WoW private servers that I got into, they were always kind of weird. Like, you'd have like mods who would give themselves god powers, and like I remember me and my roommate were just dicking around on a private server, and one of the admins just flew down from the heavens and just started like giving us loot, like force trading us loot just for the fuck of it, and then he took off and flew away, just up in the air like he was fucking Superman.
Game killer.
What's that?
That right there is a game killer.
Yeah.
Because you didn't work for that stuff at all. So yeah, we were always really kind of conservative when it came to handing out particular stuff. We encouraged role play a lot. So if you got into the role of your character and you really played it well, we would give you like level ups, or we'd give you certain items and stuff like that, and then we'd have events and everything, and everybody come and, you know, show up at the event if they participated and followed the lore of the server and the history and culture of the server. We would reward those players for that kind of stuff.
Right on. Yeah, I can dig that. I don't know. Like I said, I never really played a whole ton of MMOs, so I never really got too much into that side of things. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's like I liked WoW well enough. I really don't enjoy paying monthly fees for games because I'm usually pretty broke, and that's just kind of a counterintuitive idea for me. I like good, cheap games that have a good deal of depth to them, so I get bang for the buck.
I understand. You have a kid too, so you know it's
Yeah.
like, hey, do I have a kid or do I buy New Zealand? You know,
Yeah.
it's both the same exact cost.
Uh-huh. Pretty much. Yeah, that's about it, too. Oh, let's see. This quarry really doesn't refill very fast. Plenty of rocks, not a whole lot else. Get like an iron here, copper there. This never really adds up. Sad, too.
Is there any sort of alchemy level to this? I mean, do you like mix certain different types of ores and everything to make something new, or?
There's transmuting where you can take lesser materials and make them into, you know, like you can get copper into iron or iron into gold, but that's about it as far as I saw with that, unless there's something I haven't gotten yet. Because I think I still am missing a few levels on a couple things. Let's see. Quartz is there. Alright. Now, time to go do the rounds with the mayonnaise. I don't even know. Hell with it. I don't even care about those. That's fine. 2 wood.
This kind of reminds me of one game I used to play back in the 90s. It was online only. You'd log into a server. It'd be like totally HTML, the original HTML,
Uh-huh.
and Neopets. And it was like Pokemon
Uh-huh.
style of thing. You grow your own character, you feed them, you know, you go to the... if you're poor like me, I went to the soup kitchen every day.
There was a soup kitchen for poor players? Like, what, did they
Yeah,
give you, like, free items or food or something? Or what?
no, they kept your character fed.
Oh, you had to, like, do food and things like that?
Yeah.
Ah.
It was just basically like free handouts every day to make sure that your pet or whatnot did not starve to death.
That's considerate. Oh, where's she?
I'm pretty sure he's dead by now.
Yeah, one would assume. Abigail, have a rock. Gotta go give Linus some food. I got yelled at by one of my friends because I kept giving Linus mayonnaise, and he said he can't eat mayonnaise. That's rude.
You give what?
Well, I got a lot of mayonnaise, you know. I got 22 of them, so I just kept going to him and handed him mayonnaise, and he's like, "You asshole, he can't eat that." Yeah.
Was he lactose intolerant or something?
Well, you know, I mean, he's, you know, Linus is homeless. I mean, is he just gonna scoop the mayonnaise out of the jar with a spoon? I mean, kind of.
Oh my God, it's like Big Daddy. It's like the kid eating a fucking whole bowl full of ketchup.
Yeah, pretty much. I kind of, once he pointed it out, I kind of felt a little bad. Like, oh, man, I like Linus. I didn't want to do that. Let me see. I'm pretty sure everybody in here is covered. Hey, you want some broken glasses? No, he hates it. Oh, I think I already got everybody in here. The bar is usually a pretty easy place to tap out for the week with the gifting.
I hate this.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, you're just walking around holding a fucking jar of mayonnaise over your head.
Yeah, trying desperately to give it away, but nobody wants it because I already gave them 2 jars for the week, and that's apparently enough. Clint?
Fucking you walk in with your straw hat. Here's the mayonnaise guy. I know he cut his mullet, but whatever.
Yeah, here's the mayonnaise you ordered. I didn't order. Here's the mayonnaise you ordered. Doesn't it look good? Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah, it looks really good. You want some, don't you?
Blast whoever invented fucking parlay. That'd be the French smelly inventors of mayonnaise. Oh, I like mayonnaise.
Oh, hell.
By the way, how's the audio on this? Is it too loud and distorted? Because it sounds kind of too loud and distorted.
It could duck a bit, but it's not too bad, just like a little bit. There we are. There's that. Alright. Well, I think we'll get the animals fed, and then off to the mines. Alright. Made 5 grand. Or 4 grand.
All right, how's this, by the way?
There we go. That's the ticket.
All right, man.
Alright, real quick. Feed the chickens, feed the ducks to the desert. Time is of the essence. As I said, we have no means of fast transport that is 100% reliable, so we're going to have to pretty much be counting on our feet. Alright, corn. Now, next up, open the door. Arise, chicken! Chicken, arise!
So you got to talk to your chicken and your cat and everything?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I don't know if I really have to, but it seems like it helps with production. They seem to be really cranking stuff out. I get enough eggs for nearly 2 full runs off the mayo machine. Hell, if anything, that would be one thing I could buy as a second coop, but I don't know. I don't really feel like managing 2 of them. One's kind of enough.
So you just talk to him. You basically just go by and chicken, cat, duck, bunny, bunny, chicken, cat, duck, bunny, bunny.
Oh, this one's even better because I basically like drive by, milk them as they leave.
That's some serious skill there, man. Cow.
Hi, cow. Hi, goat. When the goats look straight at the camera, they look horrified. Like, just absolutely just like, oh man, I don't know.
That goat has seen some shit.
Yeah. There's McPixel. No, that's also McPixel. That's the pig. What the hell? Oh,
They're all named a McPixel.
there's McPixel's baby Detroit.
McPixel had a baby named Detroit.
Yes, Detroit's one of my chat regulars.
Oh, okay.
I just took to naming.
Showing some love to the regulars.
Right on. That's exactly it. My friend whose name is Ball, he's the pig. Let's see, I made a couple random people into ducks. Detroit became a cow. He seemed pleased with it. Well, who doesn't want to be?
What part of the country are you in, by the way?
I'm in Michigan, northern Michigan.
Okay.
Ass crack of nowhere is the French name for it.
It's just the big mitten.
Above the mitten. Yes, there is an above the mitten.
My sister used to live in Detroit, so we used to go out there. Ypsilanti was the name of the place she used to live in.
Oh yeah, I'm familiar with Ypsilanti. I haven't been down to Detroit in ages, but
You know, something being from Colorado at the time, I noticed when we were driving around there, it's very poorly lit at nighttime. It's hard to drive.
what in Detroit?
Ypsilanti.
Oh, in
specifically.
Ypsilanti. Yeah, some towns are weird like that. Like I know, like in I think it's like Arizona or something. They specifically forced the town to have as few streetlights as possible to avoid noise pollution or light pollution or some shit. Let me see.
Stargazers or what?
Yeah, pretty much just for stargazers and shit like that. All right, let's make more beer. Pale ale all the way.
Happy Cap.
Yeah, cats, please. All right, there's that. Yeah, our beer factory is running at full tilt right now. We have over 200 hops to use, plus another like 150 melons, something along those lines. Let me see. Why are you in there? Why are you in there? All right. It should be about sorted. Get this shit sold and get going. We got work to do. Just sell these peppers. I don't care. They're fine.
Jeez, Frank, you really know how to work the system.
A little bit. I'm getting the hang of her. Actually, I'm gonna go grab some heels real quick. Birthday cakes.
200 hours later, I'm getting the hang of it. Sounds like Eve.
Yeah, kinda. That seems about right. I knew a dude who played Eve back in the day. And that it seemed like for the most part that was exactly it. Alright, we're getting on the bus. I wish I could give Pam a beer before we got on the bus with her. I did that once. It's kind of funny. She doesn't act any differently. It just makes me laugh. Let me see. Buy a ticket for the desert.
Get on the bus. Here's a beer.
Hey, Pam, you want a pale ale? That looks great. Thanks. Mind driving me to the desert? That looks great. Thanks.
Gotta do a playthrough sometime. 8 hours straight. Desert bus.
Desert bus. Oh my god, that's a game I haven't heard mentioned in a hot minute. Anyway, this is the entrance to the mines. To get this open, you need to get the skull key from floor 120 of the regular mines. The skull key unlocks two things, which is an arcade game in the bar, which is terrible, and this mine, which seems alright.
What is it, an LJN game?
It's a really bad cart side scroller thing. The controls aren't very good. It's not very fun. No one really seems to know why they did that. It doesn't serve any purpose or do anything. They just kind of tacked it on there. Oh, boss line. Yeah, I bought a sword from the Adventurers Guild. Ooh, two iridium. That means I can smelt another bar. If I need more sprinklers, can get that going. Or I can start working on some other stuff, I suppose.
This is a far cry from when I first saw you play there for a while. I mean, you were like getting killed by those same slime.
Yeah, yeah. A lot of it is the weapon I have equipped, which gives me a defense buff and incredibly high damage. Because the weapons kind of scale weird, where you just kind of like you go from a weapon that just sort of barely gets you by to one that like just absolutely murders everything.
What was the damage on the first weapon you got? Because that one was like 64 max. What's the one you started with when you first started?
The one I started with was 1 to 4.
Wow,
Yeah.
Big difference.
Yeah, 1 to 4. The one I got from level 90 of the mines was 40 to 50. This one is 55 to 64 plus a defense boost. Also, the son of a bitchin' mummy didn't die. No? No? Oh, I guess I can't kill him. Oh, stairs. Goodbye. Oh, Christ, it's already 1 o'clock. I'm losing daylight here. I gotta get going. I gotta get to level 25 somehow. God knows how I'm gonna pull that off.
You just run through and ignore everything.
Pretty much. Seems like a good idea. Well, I kind of gotta dig a little bit, because if you dig, you can find holes that'll let you skip like 8, 9 levels in a go. So there is an incentive to dig at least a little. But yeah, for the most part, just running, and if you don't find it, just get out of there. Oh, Christ. Those things are unkillable, I think. Glow ring. Useless. Thank you. Alright. Wonder if bombs would kill those things. I saw someone using bombs, and I hadn't really been using them, but they actually look like they're kind of effective if you don't kill yourself with them. Oh, come on.
That's the idea.
Yeah. Well, it's really tricky to kind of figure out what the range of them actually is until you set 1 or 2 off and kind of get a feel for it. I know the first time I tried a bomb, I just totally blew myself up because I didn't know how big the explosion was. I ran, but I didn't run far enough. Oh, come on. Where is this ladder?
Those enemies pretty much ignore you unless you attack them.
Yeah, well, the bugs just fly back and forth like that. Just those ones are just completely unkillable for whatever reason. I don't know what their deal is. Oh, come on.
Have to kill them with a weapon that you forged from the fires of Mount Doom on a Wednesday in April.
I like it. It's got class. That's a classy answer.
Because fuck you, that's why.
That's the game's way of saying you're not trying hard enough. Come on. There we are.
Gotta just bring it down to a jar of mayonnaise and fucking slather them with it and see that'll probably kill them instantly.
Yeah. Sauron had one weakness: mayonnaise. He thought he could defeat everything, but the one thing he couldn't conquer was flavor. That's so stupid.
Fucking mayonnaise didn't work, but Miracle Whip does. That's that.
Yeah. Deserve justice at the sea. Oh, come on. Cut me a break here. I'm guessing with the skull mine business, it's probably a little bit of luck to really get 25 in one go.
Did you ever actually pick anything up, like getting through like the dirt or whatever with a hoe?
Yeah. I've picked a couple things up doing that. Besides clay. Not a lot. It's usually a waste of time, but, you know, sometimes it works out. I've pulled geodes and stuff out of there. Artifacts. Usually artifacts I've already found, but artifacts. Oh, come on. I don't want to burn a cake this early.
So artifacts, you talking like the holy hand grenade, or what are you talking about?
Oh, like dinosaur bones, or like minerals like this amethyst I have here. The first time you find one of those, you can give it away or give it to the museum, and if you give them enough things, you get bonuses and stuff.
Jesus, the depth. You know, I think I'm okay. I'm just gonna watch you play this. I'm never gonna buy the game. Just watch you play it, support you through this, and just that's good.
Yeah, actually, you're the second person who said that to me after watching me play it. It's like, it's good watching you do it, but I don't know if I feel like doing it myself. I don't know, it's pretty good, but your call.
Fucking, you send me a picture of yourself, you're gonna be sitting there with your eyes sewn shut, and I'll be like, what happened to your eyes? Eyes, where we're going, we don't need eyes.
The mines are dark. We'll get by. We'll find a way. So you said you were watching some of the Pain Train stuff earlier. Did you, what game did you catch out of that? I'm assuming you didn't watch the full 4 hours of it.
No, I watched you play all those shmups. You got a couple shmups, then somebody asked you to play Battletoads, and I didn't catch it after that. I had to go.
Gauntlet was pretty fun. I had a good time playing Gauntlet 1 for the NES.
OG Gauntlet? Oh,
Yeah.
that's a classic. That is such a good game.
Well, the thing is like, in those type of games, I always pick, like, a barb or something, and I was like, okay, well, since we're doing Pain Train, we'll go the opposite of what I normally do, and I will pick the Wizard. And the Wizard just basically full-out sprints the entire time, and I was just, what the fuck? Old Grandpa's got some spark left in him, I guess. I was just sitting there running full blast through the level, screaming like an idiot the entire time. Oh, gotta go fast! Oh, here we go!
Did you ever play the Nintendo 64 version? That fucking game is an 80s like rip-off of some sort of Conan the Barbarian movie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
just in persona, they're completely materialized.
Yeah, I played the N64 one. Actually, at the mall in my hometown, they had a Gauntlet Legends arcade machine back in the day where you could take like your N64 memory card and plug it in and shit.
No shit, dude, that's awesome.
Yeah. I used to play that. That munched more than a few quarters in my day.
Oh yeah.
I miss
and
arcades.
every time they get food. Food is good. Or the Valkyrie. Sustenance.
I needed that. Yeah, that was. I remember that from when I was playing the NES one. It was when you found the food. It was just like this really distorted 8-bit. It was just hilarious. Yeah, it was pretty much exactly that. Eat a cheese. One more for good measure.
Double dribble.
Mm-hmm. Double dribble. Oh my god. That's a game I haven't played in forever.
It was more like double dibble. That's what it sounded like. Double dibble.
Or what was the one that was really bad for that? Blades of Steel back in the day was pretty bad for the 8-bit voices that you couldn't quite understand. Hit the ball!
Well, what was it? They made like some sort of mod or something like that for the Atari, or I don't know if it was the Atari or like Neo Geo or whatever, Turbo Graphics, but you hook it into it.
Yeah.
And it would tell you the name of the game. There's like B-52 Bomber.
Nice. Oh, alright. Cleared this level.
Felt like Stephen Hawking having a seizure.
Oh, shit.
Hello, this is Stephen Hawking. Yeah, this message is for... No, this is Stephen Hawking.
Alright, glow ring. You can go bye-bye. You can go bye-bye. We need to...
You ever watch that Stephen Hawking movie, Theory of Everything? It's actually a pretty good flick, man.
Yeah, I have one of his books, but I never really, like, sat down and gave it a solid read. I'll have to do that sometime.
The Theory of Everything or A Brief History of Time?
Brief history.
That's a good... It's hard to get into. if you like that, kind of the dumbed down, and the guy really makes sense of it to us laymen's, is Michio Kaku, and he writes one called Hyperspace that puts a lot of that quantum mechanics and quantum physics and all that into perspective.
Right on. Yeah, I mean, I'm by no means like, even remotely intelligent on the subject, but I do find like theoretical physics and stuff like that fascinating. Oh, also, here's a hole. We found a hole. Jump in. Go! 5 levels. Nice. We needed that. Oh shit, dropped me right in the middle. Didn't need that.
You know, one of these days, I'm gonna buy myself a plane ticket or drive up there to Michigan, and we're gonna have a, guest speaker kind of thing, and just totally you and me play a game together.
Alright. Yeah, if you're in the area sometime, by all means. I got my own place. I'm doing alright. I don't mind company. Oh.
You're not going to be sitting there going, hold on a second. I know, Mom. I know. I forgot to empty the dishwasher.
No. None of that. Goodness, no. God. Thank the gods for that.
Vice versa. If you're ever in Nebraska, man, stop by. The whole house is one giant man cave.
Yeah. Nice. I can respect that. Oh
yeah, we got 2 roommates, just me and 2 other guys, and the whole basement. I've got a 65-inch curved 4K Samsung's with that Retron hooked up to it, and a PS3 and a Nintendo 64, and we got a Xbox 360 and 3, gaming computers that I built, and it's one giant, and swords all over the walls.
Nice. I can dig that for sure.
Yeah, it's a total bachelor pad.
Yeah, we kind of got the same thing here with my roommate. He has a huge retro collection and stuff. Most of my stuff is just kind of boxed up because I just emulate. I'm not really too picky about it. It's like if I want to play a game, I'll just fire it up and go. I don't,
Yeah, there's a stigma that comes along with emulation and all that. Like, for all these many years, it's been kind of a taboo in the gaming community. But really, that's with the Retron. If I had my option of hooking up one console that can upscale everything to 720p, I can plug in the original controllers because it feels right with the controllers. That's what it boils down to, is the controllers. And play, rather than hooking up 7 or 8 different consoles with an RF switch and all that other shit. I'm going to go with the one console because it's less cluttered.
Yeah, I can see that. That makes sense. Yeah, I mean, personally, like I was saying before, I've never really been one to have a whole ton of money, so it's always the lowest cost option is the one I tend to gravitate towards. Oh shit, I left some minerals up there. Oh well, gotta go fast.
Well, and the one thing it's lacking is, this is a major plus, major upside in my time, is you don't have to sit there and go,
yeah.
I think it's ready to play.
Yeah, there's that too. I did enough of that when I was growing up. I don't really need to. I don't need that much of a throwback experience. But yeah, I tend to have a bad habit of having games and consoles kind of ripped off, and I've probably lost more consoles than I still have at this point. I had a Xbox, PS2, 360, and Dreamcast all stolen from my house at one point or another.
Jesus, man.
Yeah, it's there's a bit of a kind of I wouldn't say ghetto precisely, but not necessarily too scrupulous or having a whole lot of money. So there's a lot of petty theft and shit going on. And yeah, some dudes while I was voting on election day, no less, walked right into my parents' house and just fucking stole the PS2 and Xbox right from my bedroom. And the worst part, I had 1 disc of a 2-disc game that I had rented in the PS2 when they stole it. So I had to pay for the game.
Oh, what was the game? Do you remember?
Star Ocean Till the End of Time.
Ooh, ouch.
Yeah, I was right at the end of disc 1. I never got to play disc 2. I was always really sad about that. And one of these days I'm going to get around to it. But yeah, that was
Those are good games.
Uh-huh. I thought the Super Nintendo Star Ocean was probably a little more my thing. I liked Till the End of Time, but it was a little on the anime side for me, I guess. I don't know. There was just something about it. Like I remember the cutscene at the end of Disc 1 being really kick-ass, but like I just had a hard time getting into like the setting and, you know, the characters and stuff, and it was fun. It just, the story didn't really grab me very much.
You
I
know what I
know.
don't get about the whole anime thing is the whole Hajime Maste! You know, the whole, like, the thing they do with their fucking peace sign sticking out about 3 feet and the big eyes and all that.
Yeah, the SD stuff is pretty gross. Let me see. What's the beer worth? 20 of them is worth 9 grand. Decent. Considering I can just make those for free pretty much forever, I'll take it.
Jesus
123,000.
Christ, a pale ale!
And that's not even the most valuable thing. I just make that because my beer factory basically means I have infinite hops, so I can just keep making them forever now while I wait for my trees to start popping. Let me see. Where's the fruit salad?
Yeah.
Fruit salad. Where is fruit
Digging the 50s style kitchen there, dude, with the tile floor.
Hell yeah. It's quite nice. Yeah, it's like, I think that's actually the default. I'm just kind of like, well, that looks good like that.
Okay, looking at yams here and the fried rolls and the maki and tuna.
Yeah. There's all kinds of shit going on.
Meanwhile, plum pudding, pumpkin pie, fruit salad.
Yeah. Yeah,
The most diverse kitchen ever.
Right? We got some roasted chestnuts and all kinds of good shit. Let me see. Topaz, you can go.
Chestnuts roasting on an open fire.
Do.
Jack Frost nipping at your toes. What?
Toes?
Jack Frost has a foot fetish?
Yeah. Yeah, he really likes toes. Like, a lot. I just need one of those. Oh, let's see how much duck mayonnaise I have. Oh, that's 60 jars of duck mayonnaise. Good.
Jesus Christ.
Hey, you can never have too much. I got 26 goat cheese, 60 mayonnaise, 10 cooking oil, 10 truffle oil. Yeah, all kinds of good shit. Let me see. Now I gotta ditch the sap from killing all those slimes.
Is that quiche? What is that? Quiche next to the right of the oil. Is that quiche?
To the right of the oil, let me see. The truffle oil here? No, that's... where's the regular oil? What did I do with it now? Oh, it's here. Oh, that's a pizza.
That's a pizza. Looks like quiche.
I got pepper poppers, hash browns, fried calamari, the dish of the sea, a complete breakfast, some cake, and an autumn's bounty. They're very good.
Like I said, the most diverse restaurant ever.
Yeah, it's great. Alright, now let's see. That can go there. We got coal.
That's the kind of restaurant that you make the restaurant and you have a sign above it and it just says food. F-U-D, food.
Yeah. Yeah, kind of like those restaurants in Mexico that people set up like right in their house. And it's just like, oh, just, you know, come over and we'll cook up some dinner, I guess. Whatever.
We got this place in town here called Great Scots.
Yeah.
None of them are Scottish. They're all Thai. And you look at the menu and like you're going down, it's like a food court except for one family owns the entire court. And they have it starts off and you've got an ice cream place and you've got a Quiznos sub and you've got everything else. And they've got hamburgers, they got spaghetti, they have Chinese food, Thai food, Korean food, and it's just you think of it and they have it. It's nuts.
That sounds very interesting, actually. I could dig that.
No, it's a go-to place, man. I mean, I go there every time, and they're like, "Hello, sir. Sit down, please." And I just like, fuck.
Yeah. Oh shit! Forgot to close the door on the chicken pen. They don't like it when I do that.
It's funny because the one guy who always greets you, he's he's a stereotype. He's like this. If you were to go back in the 50s and watch an American movie with a Chinese person, and he'd have the buck teeth, and fried rice, and
Slide lice, yes.
yeah, fried rice, and he, hello sir, thank you, sing song sir, and it's just the sweetest person in the world, and you ask him anything, and he's always so enthusiastic about everything. It's his greatest place.
It does sound really interesting, actually. I could dig a place like that. Kind of reminds me of a local restaurant that's owned by a Greek dude near my house, where it's like you can get burgers, pizza, or gyros, or spaghetti, or chili, or pork chops.
Dude, those are the true entrepreneurs in this country.
Right?
Yep, that's what America's all about. See, I am all about if you're coming here and you immigrate legally and everything, nobody knows freedom and liberty better than those who never had it when they were youth. I mean, just
right.
They appreciate it the most, and they're the best people, best Americans.
Damn right. Yeah, I've known plenty of people who either were immigrants themselves or were related to immigrants. I mean, hell, at one point, I dated a girl who was from Detroit who moved up near me. The father of her kid was actually an illegal, of all things. Like, what the hell? Why not? It's like it's a big melting pot. Everybody's got their own story. Everybody's got their own reason for being here. But at the end of the day, as long as people are, behaving themselves, doing things the right way, it's like, yeah, there's a hell of a lot of opportunity to be had as well. And that's the big thing, I think, is opportunity. You don't really get a whole lot of opportunity in a whole lot of other places. It's always a fight, it seems. But here in this country, it's just like, if the idea works, you pull at it enough, it might not work out, but yeah, at least have a chance. It's like in some countries, you just try, and it's like all the effort in the world ain't going to do you a damn bit of good if, whoever just decides no. Let me see, did I get everything?
That's what's scary about, what's going on in politics. I mean, I kind of sit in the middle of the fence, I've got some conservative points and some liberal points, and for me, it's like, it's the current candidates, it doesn't really matter which way you're going to go. It's kind of a freaky future.
Yeah, a little bit. I can kind of see the thinking on that front. I don't know. Personally, for me, it just comes down to flat out competence, and it's like, yeah, I'm not really feeling Trump. That's pretty much it. It's beyond politics. It's legitimately that I don't think he knows what he's talking about, or at least doesn't know well enough to parse what he should actually say out loud and what he should just think really quietly to himself and not actually say.
Well, it's still in this day and age, you're going to think you're going to set an example.
Yeah.
So if you're going to open your mouth and just kind of say whatever comes to mind at any, that's not presidential at all. You got to learn restraint. You got to be mindful of those around you,
Mm-hmm.
something. And it's not about being PC. I mean, fuck PC, but it's about being mindful that, dude, that's affecting somebody. Somebody's been through that. Why are you just going to play it off like something so trivial when that hurts somebody?
Yeah, well, like the stupid thing about, I don't condone violence, but here's all these video clips of me telling people to punch protesters in the face, but I don't condone violence. Absolutely not. Don't hurt anybody, except that guy. Hurt that guy, but don't hurt him. But hurt him. It's like there's no coherence there. It doesn't make any sense. That's not a sensible position to argue. You're just like, oh, no. Don't hurt anybody, except those guys. Hurt those guys. That kind of bug.
Wholeheartedly.
Yeah. I'm a student of history, and I start to get a little worried when people in politics start attacking each other just because they disagree. That's usually a pretty bad sign. You never hear about stable political processes that involve people beating the shit out of one another on a regular basis. Unless, of course, you're talking about, like the Japanese diet or something where they routinely beat the shit out of one another, but that's kind of a different matter. Oh fuck, they get brutal over there. Fuck, you see fights in the legislature like every couple of years where some dude just whips out a cane and starts beating the shit out of somebody for like doing just some random thing or another. You voted for this thing. Prepare to die. Oh fuck!
You insult the family's honor.
Yeah, pretty much something along those lines. All right, what do I actually have to do today? Oh, I'm a shit reset. I can go give away a whole ton of mayonnaise. So that's what I'm gonna do.
That's never been done before.
No, that's the first. She doesn't like the mayonnaise. She thinks it's disgusting. Let me see, actually, why don't I buy a couple more trees while I'm here? Could use a couple more trees. Why not?
I'll take 2 tons of toothpaste.
Alright. That's a good start. See if there's anybody in the back. Abigail is not in her room. It doesn't look like anyone's here. Oop. I'll have to hit the bar later, make sure everybody's all slathered in mayonnaise.
Oh, Jesus.
We wear mayonnaise as a Halloween costume around here.
Oh, God. The smell, Frank, the smell.
That would be pretty abysmal, I will admit. Better hope it's a cold October, otherwise that's going to really get problematic. It's like 75 degrees.
Start gargling that shit in front of me, I'm okay with it.
Yeah. Oh, Gus loves the mayo. Can't get enough. I should give some truffle oil to the pervert mayor. Oh, you weren't here for that. The mayor's straight up a pervert, we found out. He asked me for a bottle of truffle oil, refused to say what it was for, and then when I gave it to him said, "Wow, this is really slippery. It'll be perfect. Thanks."
Jesus Christ. Mayor's midget mud wrestling in the backyard, except for it's mayo and truffle oil.
Well, you know, I mean, he is already putting it to Marnie on the sly, so maybe they're going for a little southern expedition, if you get my drift.
They make their own mayo.
Do you want to buy some mayo? No. No, stay away. Where did you get that?
It came from the mayor, no. I made it myself.
The mayo mayor. In my horrible puns.
It kind of sounds like a terrible Bond villain.
The mayo mayor? No, Mr. Bond. I expect you to eat a BLTM.
Oh no, you're going to have sex with me. Yes, you are. 20 notes and a yes, you're still a yes.
That's a pretty solid Connery, I'll give you that one. 20 no's and a yes, that's good enough for me.
When the armies of darkness march across the face of the earth. God, it sounded like Deckard Cain. Stay a while and listen.
Hello, my friend. Good evening. Good to see you, my friend. What should I give her? I'll give her some bay salt. Maybe she'll like it.
Mayonnaise.
Just give her mayo? Alright. She hates it. She hates
And
it.
I like mayo. Why not? Because fuck you, that's why.
I don't... The thing is, it's like the little kids and the teenage boys in this town, I absolutely do not get. Anything I give them, they hate it. Well, except for, the blonde-haired Goku-looking kid. He's good for the cheese. And there's the guy who's...
Did I do that?
Where did that come from?
Super Saiyan.
Super Saiyan Urkel. Did I power up?
Over 3 different episodes. Over 9,000.
You are going to do that in the next 5 minutes. 4 episodes later. 2 minutes now. Just any time.
I never got that. Like, about those... What, they're just going to sit there and let them power up and power up and power. Why don't they do something while he's powering up so that you don't get an Earth-sized spirit bomb shoved up your ass?
Actually, that brings me to a good point. Have you ever heard of Dragon Ball Z Abridged by a group called Team 4-Star?
Yes, and I watched the Van Helsing or Helsing Abridged too, and thank God that you cheeky dick weasel. I'm a fuck mothering vampire.
A fuck mothering vampire. Interesting.
Anytime you get a chance, just watch Helsing Abridged, all of the episodes.
Yeah, they're up to like the middle of the Cell games in DBZ, but it kind of becomes a recurring point. Why aren't you hitting him? Well, I gotta give him a fair shot, I guess. What? or the thing where Piccolo gives Gohan PTSD through training by screaming at him to dodge repeatedly until it becomes a Pavlovian response and he just runs away anytime says dodge. You've just got to dodge! Ah! Fucking goes running off. Oh, come on. Come on, tree. There we are. Oh. It's gotta be here. There we are. And 1, 2, and there. Oh, there. Not there. There. And 1, 2, and there. Alright.
Well, at least the pixels aren't as particular in this, like the boxes and everything. You ever play Ark? Oh my God! You have to if you're trying to build something, you have to get it on the exact coordinates of where exactly you're going to put said item, or it
doesn't work out.
Fuckery it is.
Oh fuck! I gotta go buy hay. I almost forgot.
Hey, you forgot hay. You've got mail.
Yes. Yes, I do, buddy. You can reach me at www.100years, Morty 100 years.
Hi, I'm a purple ape. Click here to shove a chair up my ass.
Bonzo, buddy? Good God. Been a minute. Oh. Let me see here. Oh, what else was there from the stream on Sunday? There was some prime action involving Clint, the blacksmith, where what the fuck is his name? The guy who's always surly and hanging out in the bar, Shane or whatever it is. He somehow got a hold of a film camera and was shooting an ad for Joja Mart, and somehow it ended up with Clint turning purple, and he looked like he died. And the entire chat was just laughing at Clint basically for about 10 solid minutes. Oh, Clint, you stupid
autoerotic asphyxiation.
Yeah. Well, because it was an advertisement for soda, and like he turns to the camera and just gives the weirdest, most goofy pixel art face, where like his mouth is like half smiling, but like his face totally isn't, and he's holding up a can of soda really awkwardly, and then he takes a big old pull off of it and gets sick. The end. There's your story progression. Let me see here.
Meanwhile, back at the Hall of Justice.
Wait, that's Batman. I was thinking of the old Batman. But, oh, what the fuck? It was
yes!
Like swing,
the batarang that come out of the dead. Yeah, my God.
Yeah. Oh my God, it was so terrible. I was talking about this game with the people in my chat, and someone was like, "What's this game?" And I was like, "Well, it's kind of like Harvest Moon." And he says, "What's Harvest Moon?" That was a game on a Super Nintendo. Oh, cool. My dad owned a Super Nintendo.
What's a Super Nintendo?
No, his dad owned one. And he thought that was neat. And he liked the Mario games. I was like, okay, I guess I'm Grandpa Simpson today. I guess we're doing that.
Is this motion control? Do you think about it? Wait, you have to play a game with your hands?
Yeah, what is this bullshit?
Dude, Back to the Future totally predicted that. They totally, completely predicted that we would be playing games without our hands in the future.
Yeah. Yeah, I suppose. They kind of did, didn't they? Whoops. Fucked up my keg.
Dude, kids in my day, these kids these days, they totally have this complex where they have a 6-second time span, where it's attention span, where they can actually think about it,
Yeah.
and then they lose interest. That's evident by Vine. Vine was hugely popular with kids.
And has it kind of fallen off recently? I don't use Vine very much.
Well, I got on there just for the cat videos, just because I like to watch cats be fools.
Yeah. I've seen like
But every now and then you'd see some kid doing the whip dance, and it's 6 seconds long, and
yeah.
that's their attention span.
Uh-huh. Sounds about right. What else do I have here? Oh, I gotta sell more beer. Those beers seem to be flipping pretty fast. I like it.
There's going to be a point in time in the future where just everybody's walking around with Google Glass on, constantly connected to some constant stream of video or something, some pure form of entertainment that they're going to be so desensitized to everything, nothing is going to amaze them anymore.
Yeah, that is kind of the shame of the modern era in a way, is that there's very little wonder left in things. Like, everything's kind of been ruined to some extent or another. Oh, 21 grand. Nice. Let me see. Amaranth juice. Oh my god. I made cow feed into juice and it sold for $505. Wow. Why?
Jesus.
Melon jelly, 6 of them worth nearly 5 grand. Pale ale, 85.50. Mayonnaise, 6 for 2 grand. Damn, it feels good to be a farmer.
That's some top shelf shit.
Hell yeah. Wow.
6 jars of mayonnaise for almost 2,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's some really good mayonnaise. The only mayonnaise I sell is the Gold Star stuff. I don't sell any of my normal stuff. I use that all for mats or for giving to people, because so many people like mayonnaise for some reason. Oh, Stardew Valley Fair. I'm winning this shit this year. I'm doing it.
Hey, you expanded your house too, I saw.
Uh-huh. Yeah, once I actually start getting romantically involved with someone, I'll build the next upgrade, which includes a nursery, but right now I don't really need it, so I'm just leaving it be. Let me see.
Dude, that house is it's a Harry Potter house. So it looks all small from the outside. You walk in and it's like a mansion.
Yeah, pretty much. It's got that going for it. Alright.
Well, it can't be any worse than the original Final Fantasy, walking around and you are the size of the houses.
Yeah. Or like the FF7 world map where you're the size of entire cities. It's like, oh, hey, here you go. Actually, why don't I just plant those? Yeah, just plant those real quick.
Well, see, he's a giant. And then whenever he gets into a counter, he bites off the side of a cake and then shrinks, and then he has to eat a carrot, and then he gets bigger, you know?
Nice. That's some safe-ass logic right there. I think I'm right there with you. I don't.
Alice in Wonderland.
What about Alice in Wonderland?
Okay, so I'm looking here, and you've got these cages floating in the water, and I crawdad, stick, crawdad, glasses.
I basically just keep those when I need fertilizer, and I don't need any fertilizer right now, so I'm just leaving them because it's just more things I'd have to store, and hell with it. If I need to get more, I can get them like about a good 5 or 6 crawdads and stuff at a time, because you can take the normal fertilizer recipe is 2 sap, but if you add a fish and those crawdads count as fish, you can make high-end fertilizer, which is how you get things like the meteor melon. You see those, like in the pumpkin patch here, where there's those little green dots in the soil? Those are all high-end fertilizer plants. I'm kind of curious if I'm going to get a meteor pumpkin. That would be cool. Wouldn't mind that. Oh yeah, I guess I do need fertilizer, huh? I'll go clean them up.
Now that you've seen it happen before, you won't flip shit when it happens again.
Yeah. Well, at least not as much. Hopefully it doesn't look as hideous, because that was kind of the problem. It like looked all like warped, and it had like craters and stuff in it, and it just looked wrong. Let me see here.
That's because that pumpkin was basically sitting there going, "Kill me."
Kinda. It was begging for the sweet release of death that would not come. Poor thing. Hi, Vince. Oh, come on. I watered the cat. Just the cat, which is unacceptable. Let me see here. Open the barn. Oh, come on. Put that there. I'll do the traps after. Oh, watered the cow. I'm kind of wondering what the end game for this is. I mean, I know it just keeps going, but like...
No, there's no end game.
Well,
Not in this
I heard there
type of
was
game.
like some kind of 2-year checkpoint or something, like where you get like an update, or it has to do with that weird shrine you find on the ass end of the farm. Something about he'll return on the first day of the 3rd year or something. I don't remember exactly what that was all about, but there's something to do with Grandpa, who I thought was dead, but maybe not. All right. Alright, well, we got that taken care of. Oh, truffle. No, don't milk the pig. He doesn't like it. He does not like it when you milk him. Alright, let's see here.
You know what I think about that whole thing?
What's that?
Just the whole thing.
I agree. That is pretty deplorable trying to milk a pig. You ain't gonna get into the kingdom of heaven milking pigs, I'll tell you what. I ain't know no man of God who milked no pig. Alright, now we got a few crawdads and stuff. We go grab the sap. And we... There we go. Good. Throw that in there in case we need it. This is unusable. I don't know what I'm supposed to even do with the rabbit's foot now. I'm sure I'll figure it out. Goat milk. Goat milk. There we are. Oh, those go there. Truffle. I can do this. Truffle oil for the pervert mayor. Alright. Put the scythe away. I think we can make another run at the desert. Doesn't seem entirely impossible.
I'm a cop, you idiot! This man is under...
That's an old school one right there. Oh. Dang it, man. Why'd you have to pop right now? Just getting ready to set out. There we go. Get that. Alright. Oh, no, not you.
Yeah, it's funny. I'm watching you play this game, and meanwhile, in the background, I've got Pandora running Thomas Newman radio.
Thomas Newman Radio? What is...
Yeah!
I don't know that I'm familiar with that. Who's Thomas Newman?
Thomas Newman did the soundtrack for... Oh... he didn't do Sixth Sense. He did Pay It Forward, and he did Lemony Snicket's series of unfortunate events.
Oh, okay.
It was really, beautiful music. But see, what's running right now? I've got Hook. It's the theme song that was playing when Peter Pan was talking to the kids after the ending there and relating to him and giving a speech. Rufio! Rufio! Rufio!
Let's see. Can I give Pam some mayonnaise before we go? Alright. What time is
Pander
it?
and mayonnaise. That sounds like a metal band.
Pandering mayonnaise?
Yes.
I like how he proudly ran onto the bus with the mayo over his head, like, "Oh boy, I'm taking some mayo to the desert! Yay!" Really quick run to the shop, see if she's got anything, and I can give her gifts too.
Rufio, Rufio, Roofy.
Ooh. Hello. There we go. Beets. I suppose I could plant some beets. Not about me, it's about the beets. Not about the street food we about to eat. Let me see here. Alright, run 2 at the desert mine with even less time to work with. Oh good, we're off to a great start. Ah, there we go. Let me see.
This game's not as random as Ark, though. I mean, I'm sitting there, the first time I came in the house, sitting there, and my roommate's on the computer playing a game. I'm like, what? And I watched him for a second.
Uh-huh.
And he's running around this island, and he pulls out a pickaxe, kills a dodo bird, and then immediately starts chopping down a tree, and then all of a sudden I hear, and I'm like, what was that? Oh, he shit himself.
What, the player character could just shit himself?
Yeah, just randomly, it's like you could pick it up and use it as compost.
Oh, well, I suppose that's convenient. It's better than what I have to do, which is farm fishing and chop down trees for sap for fertilizer. It's a much more efficient method.
This game is totally a 3D version of Terraria.
Yeah, pretty much. I like Terraria. I thought Terraria was fun.
That was a great game, man. I mean, I played Minecraft for a while, and I got to the dragon,
Uh-huh.
beat the dragon, and I was like, what's the point beyond that? I mean, what's the point after you beat the dragon? I mean, I guess my nephew, you know, I was a kid,
Mhm.
he was like 12 or something like that, and he's like, oh, well, there's all these different mods you can get into, and I'm like,
Yeah. Once you kind of start going there, you sort of start leaving the original experience in the dust pretty quickly. I mean, sometimes it can at least be kind of funny, like, what was that one, that Skyrim mod where they replaced the dragon in the intro with Randy Savage? He just...
oh, yeah, and then there's Thomas the Tank Engine.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, the greatest right now!
Basically, you're just running around with like a My Little Pony character.
Yeah. I remember on a message board I was on when that game was out, the modding thread was titled, "Let's put some boobs on this mud crab." That seems about accurate. Like they were making fun of people who actually do stuff like that. They weren't actually suggesting doing it themselves. It was just kind of a running joke. Let's put some boobs on this whatever the hell this thing is. Alright. Oh,
I
man.
think the funniest one was like the vulgar mud crab, and they made him like a total dapper lad, and he's got a monocle and a top hat on. But he's running around, and every time you hit him, he's like, "Oh fuck! What the fuck, motherfucker! Fuck!"
That does sound pretty good. Damn it. These things just keep fucking coming. What is this? I got a spicy eel.
They just keep coming, like Christopher Walken in a porno. I'm inside you. The condom broke an hour ago.
For some reason, the other day I was doing Morgan Freeman impressions of him walking around my farm, and I was just making myself giggle like an idiot doing that. I went to the worst farm, where I saw many a goat, and even a lone sheep, and a couple of rabbits, and they made me a 3-piece suit entirely out of wool. I just imagine Morgan Freeman has Bruce Almighty, but walking up to him in a wool suit, just fully 3-piece, like your grandma's sweater, though. I think it could work. If anybody could pull it off, Morgan Freeman could. I have a feeling. These farms produce the finest mayonnaise that I have ever tasted in my life.
It's like Forrest Gump meets fucking Stardew Valley. May and Jenna was like peas and carrots again, Lieutenant Dan.
Jenny, help me grow the cave carrots.
Lieutenant Dan, I brought you some mayonnaise. Lieutenant Dan, mayonnaise!
Get that damn mayonnaise out of my face, Gump. Lieutenant Dan, you ain't got no nays. Damn it, Gump, I told you about the puns. I don't know what a pun is, sir.
But I know what love is.
It's a kind of food. It's delicious.
Reckon he got me some red fried potatoes.
Mama never told me.
You ought not talk like that. You just a boy.
Mama never bought me no taters. She says it's bad for my rickets. She said taters is illegal. Don't want you hanging out with them city boys with their fancy French fries. They corrupted your father. He left Forrest. And then Mama got sad.
He said he was just leaving for a pack of cigarettes.
He came back covered in ketchup. Ketchup! I knew he had been with those French boys again. Alright. I'm gonna try and...
Forrest Gump 2.
Forrest Gump 2? The sequel. Yes. Nope. Can't even bomb these things. Huh. That's different.
Haley Joel Osment grows up as a fat, sad white boy living with his mama.
Have you seen Haley Joel Osment lately? He looks terrible.
He looks like a fat, sad white boy living with his mama.
Kinda. Basically, that's about it. I've known some fat white boys who live with their mom, man. That's about it.
He looks exactly the same, except for he's 100 pounds heavier with facial hair, and it's creepy.
Yeah. It's always creepy when a child star grows up and they look exactly the same, but like old. It just never looks right. Oh my god, there's bugs everywhere. Ugh.
I'll tell you who didn't grow up looking anything like they were in the youth. Leif Garrett.
Yeah. Which one's Leif? I'm familiar with that name, but I can't place it. Which one was he from?
Oh god, he was in a bunch of like teen heartthrob movies and back in the 80s and 90s, and you know, he looks like white trash. It's terrible.
Or like, well, Macaulay Culkin's kind of a similar example. He doesn't really look all that much like he used to back in the day. Like, I don't know if you saw it or not. There was I think it was like a Funny or Die thing.
Yes,
where
I saw that.
They left me alone in New York for a week. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. Take it easy. My mom's a bitch.
It's like Home Alone meets Frailty.
Yeah, kinda. I could see that.
That was a messed up movie too.
Barely.
I don't know what it is, but any movie involving kids where there's stuff like that kind of happening. There's one movie I saw called Good Night Mommy, and it was a German movie.
Yeah.
And oh my god, it's like serious. I like felt uneasy and tense the entire movie.
Mm-hmm. I can dig that. I don't need it right now. Good. Yeah, I don't know if I've heard of Frailty. I don't know if I've actually caught that one. I don't really get to see a
That
whole
was a
ton.
nice movie. You got Bill Paxton. He's playing basically kind of a religious dad, and he's got two boys, one younger than the other one, and all of a sudden, they're just these regular single dad, and all of a sudden one day he decides that he got a call from God to go and kill demons, except for these demons are people, and one of the kids thinks that they're just regular people. The other one's buying into it. And he seems just like a naive child going along with whatever dad says because dad's his hero.
Yeah, Dad said
Go
it must
around
be
killing
true.
people. It's a messed up movie, man.
Sounds like it. Like, is Paxton the murderer and the child's just like, yeah, go dad, or does he actually make the kid, like, kill people?
Oh no, he's into it, and finally the kid does end up killing. I'm not going to spoil it for you, but it kind of really plays out, and it's kind of all past tense, like as told from one of the perspectives of one of the brothers.
Ah, I
And
see.
it's a really good flick, and you really believe Paxton's role because he really comes off as, you don't know if he's crazy and just fanatic, just losing his mind, or if that's actually what is going on,
Right. Actually, that kind of sounds similar to a movie that came out fairly recently, at least that part of it, like the talking about what's real and what's not. The 10 Cloverfield Lane. I don't know if you saw previews for that or whatever.
Oh, I wanted to go see that in the theater. I haven't seen it yet.
I haven't seen it either, but just basically, like, the reviews I read more or less say that it's kind of a similar thing for the female lead. She doesn't know whether Goodman's telling the truth or whether he's just nuts. And it kind of plays out like a psychological drama from what I read.
Oh, I love Goodman, though.
Goodman's amazing.
He had one flop. The whole yabba dabba doo. But other than that, he's just a great actor.
Well, if you really think about it, a lot of actors have had like a weird like cash-in movie like that didn't work out. Like Bill Murray was in a Garfield movie. There's been a lot, basically. Patrick Stewart.
Bruce Willis's slew of like family-oriented movies, and then he went back to being an action star.
Yeah. He didn't really seem like he knew what exactly he wanted to do. He's like, oh, I'm gonna transition to kids movies, and never mind.
Arnold Schwarzenegger with the whole, what was that one where it was like Ultraman or something like that?
Oh, Jingle All the Way.
Yep.
The Christmas movie where he wanted to get the...
Yep.
Yeah, Jingle All the Way. Unfortunately, I know that one. I don't know that really cool movie that you were describing, but I know Jingle All the Way, starring Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sinbad. I got that going for me. Jesus. That movie
Which is good.
Oh, that movie is abysmal. That's a terrible movie. Not as bad as Last Action Hero. That sucked. That was really bad.
This is from my house. This is from my ex-wife's house. And this is for my daughter's black eye.
Diamond. Nice. Oh shit. It's already 1:20 in the morning. Gotta go fast.
First, I would just like to get to know you.
Get to know me? Yeah, that's right.
I want to ask you some questions, and I want to have them answered immediately. Who's your daddy, and what does he do?
So you're familiar with the Ventrilo pranks and stuff too, I see.
Yes. God, yes.
Ventrilo harassment was pretty amazing.
Well, I hope you leave enough room for my fist because I'm going to ram it into your stomach. Yeah.
That's pretty much it, yeah. Oh, Christ. That's another movie I haven't seen in a really long time. Wait a minute. Did I glitch it? I think I glitched it. Look at it, it's 2 a.m. and I'm not asleep. Oh! Busted. At least I'm on the farm.
Plot twist, you fell asleep on the bus. Right now, it's Inception. It's a dream within a dream.
An iridium band. Oh, I can make those now? Cool. 337 gold for 1 mayonnaise. Oh boy. Gonna buy that yacht now. Living the dream. Let me see here.
Okay, that's enough soundtrack to Pride and Prejudice.
The soundtrack for Pride and Prejudice came up on your end?
Yep.
Oh. Well, that's good.
Frank, give me an artiste, a musician.
A musician, huh? That's a good question. I don't know. What's normally your thing? Like, what do you consider something that, like, a style of music or something that you particularly dig on?
Death metal. But let's go with something a little bit more appealing.
Trying to think of a...
Actually, no, I'm an open book. If you were to look at my music library, I've got everything from Cradle of Filth, Anal Cunt to Enya.
Cradle of Filth, Anal Cunt. Oh my god. Been a while since I heard that one. Just that name, Anal Cunt. My goodness. Let me think. What would be something...
Like, here's my list. I've got Claude Debussy, John Pachelbel, let's see here, Immortal, Robin Williams, Mudvayne, Korn, Led Zeppelin, Coldplay, Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, Third Eye Blind, Flogging Molly, and Exodus.
Exodus? Holy shit, that's old school. Fuck yeah. Throw some Exodus on. That sounds great.
You got it, buddy. I'm gonna do some Exodus.
That's right.
Ooh, Death Amphetamine.
Death Amphetamine. That sounds just like 3 slices of alright. Okay, make another iridium. 3 more gold. Well, I am racking up some copper and stuff doing this, at least. Let's see. Where did those start? Here? No. Here? There they are. And, store these in these. I've got the golden coconut tea. Hanging from the gallows pole. I left the door open again. I'm not going to be happy about this. Alright, that's not so bad.
Now hosting.
You're hosting?
Yes.
Good. Good. We're right on track. Soon. Soon. Oh shit, I gotta make more beer.
You know, I've had a solid group of people asking me to come back and start streaming again. It's been quite a while since I put up a stream. And, you know, I don't know, man. It's something about getting in front of a camera again, even though it's not really me. It's some furry. And I'm just too self-conscious and shy and introverted. I get, yeah.
Yeah, well, I can relate to that. I mean, I'm kind of the same way. I mean, I tend to be a pretty loud person, but actually, like, in person, I tend to be pretty reserved and kind of just keep to myself a little bit, you know? Not so much, like, out of, like, fear of people or anything, but, like, usually I kind of talk over people's heads a little bit, and they just get annoyed, and then I get annoyed, and nobody's happy with that.
Oh, no, man. Your sense of humor is right up my alley. I love it all the way.
Right on. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, that's kind of been the good thing about actually streaming, is kind of being like, oh, alright, I'm not just, like, completely weird. Some people get it. Let me see. What do I need for kegs?
You had me hooked with that first SNES pain train, and we were playing Jam It.
Yeah, Jam It.
I lost it. That was the funniest thing.
Yeah, that was actually my first like stream highlight that I actually did was the Jam It session because it was just so ridiculous. I need 30 wood. There was actually there's a stream that I watch called the Arcade Pit that airs on Sundays, and they do it's basically like if you remember Nick Arcade from back in the day, it's basically like that.
Oh my god, yes.
Yeah, it's basically Nick Arcade from back in the day, but like with a well, basically the same game list because they mostly play retro shit. But I was actually thinking about submitting Jam It as one of the challenges. Successfully dunk the ball 1 time. You got 2 minutes. And that's the challenge. You just have to figure out how dunking works and do it right once. Because I sat there for about 10 fucking minutes and I couldn't figure it out. So if you can, good luck to you, buddy. I'm going to sell an orange. There we go. Alright. Oh, fuck, did I forget the... Yeah, I forgot the cows too. Ah, damn it. Well, they don't seem too sad. Oh, bucket. There we are. Gotta have that.
Little Nick Arcade intro there for you.
I also found out there was apparently a Canadian rip-off version of that show that I watched a little bit of, and it was pretty weird. It was like a video game and arcade half hour, something like that. It was very strange. What the fuck was the host's name? It was something really ridiculous. It was like something that like rhymed, like Sheldon Skelton or something like that. It was really stupid. Let me see, we all good in here? Yep. All the ladies are at the workout. So... let me see. How about you? Oh, that's Pig Lord. Alright. Let's see. Is that all I got? 3 milk? That sucks. Let's see. Oh. Alright, there's that. Oh, we got more in here.
Video and arcade top 10 from 1991.
That would be it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's basically like the Canadian version of all that. What the hell? Yeah, like that's where actually the guy who hosts it got the idea. Was him and his friends were on a Skype call just watching. First they watched the Nick Arcade, then they watched the Canadian version, and then they watched the G4 Arena, which apparently was really bad, and all they did was play America's Army all the time. But if you're down with that, I guess.
Oh, it's like Nickelodeon Guts.
Yeah, yeah.
So campy.
Uh-huh. Guts. Oh, I fucking remember that. Yeah. Or, Legends of the Hidden Temple, that was a good one. What the fuck? Olmec, I think it was. That wasn't a video game one, but that ruled. It was just great. Alright. They're gonna love us by the end of this. No, don't eat it, jeez. Where's the doctor? What the hell?
Do you have it?
Nice. Old lady. Oh, nice. Networking achievement. Which I do believe means I got 10 people above 5 hearts. Yes, I did.
I unfriend you. It doesn't work that way.
It doesn't work that way. None of this works that way. Well, there's the doctor. Instead of being in his office, just staring at a river. Glad you could be of some help, buddy. Alright, now we gotta go hook up Clint with some of this fine mayonnaise action. Oh, Leah! Leah, get over here!
There's no way that's not a big jar full of hot cum. It's totally hot cum.
Oh, we got Leah to 5 hearts. That should be a cutscene when we activate the right area for it. Probably her house or something. Clint is a train wreck like usual. 6 star. Good.
Okay, now I'm interested in seeing a cutscene on this. It's going to be like the Holy Grail.
Huh. Here, kid. You don't like a pine cone and a Twix wrapper? What's wrong with you? Come on. That's a field snack. It's basically you make it with a pine cone, an acorn, and a maple seed or whatever, and then you just put it in a wrapper, and you eat it. You eat the pine cones, which doesn't seem healthy or advisable in any way, but who am I to judge, I guess? I mean, hell, Abigail eats rocks, so.
Meanwhile, in the black background, wow, that's the background that's black, and it's Angel of Death by Slayer.
Nice, nice, quality. We've gotten to see Slayer live a couple of times, actually. They're really fun.
Oh my god.
3 times.
That'd be amazing.
I saw Slayer 3 times, Primus 3 times, I saw, let's see, Tool, I saw Black Sabbath on one of the reunion tours.
Cake?
Yeah. Cake. Oh, Cake as in the band Cake?
Yes.
Oh, I thought you were just very excited about Cake. I mean, Cake is pretty exciting. Oh, Demetrius. Mayonnaise. I don't know why he says it's an interesting specimen. Seems gross. Alright, I'll give you cheese, Linus, so you can eat something. There you go. Have at it, buddy. I like Linus. I wish I could marry Linus. That would make things so much easier. The mountain man is our man.
He'll take it.
Let me see. What do I need? I need 150 hardwood to upgrade my house. Is there any other buildings I really want? Could use one of those. Silo. I'm not gonna build a stable. I don't want a horse. I don't care about horses. And I still don't...
Wilbur!
I still don't get why people would want the slime thing. That seems so stupid. Why, yes, I want an enemy generator on my farm. That sounds like a wonderful idea. Oh, don't eat the cheese. Here. Woman sitting alone. Mayonnaise.
That's not creepy at all.
Nah, it's fine. Oh, here's a Goku. Have a cheese.
Thanks! I've been eating that. My hair's starting to get a little drab. He starts rubbing it in his fucking hair.
I've been needing to use some product for a while now. No, that's not... let's see, did I give gifts to either of them today? Alright. Let's see, this day is mostly done. Oh, here, I'll show you the terrible arcade game while we're here. Let's do progress mode. Jumino Kart.
That bartender's got some serious Dirty Sanchez going on.
Yeah, somewhat. Old Gus. So yeah, this is it. This is the big secret that you get for unlocking level 120 in the mines. That and the infinite mine, but like this is the one you find first. It's like, oh, wow. Oh boy. And you don't get anything for it either. It just keeps going like this forever.
Yeah, it's like the handicap version of the Battletoads level.
Kinda. If you had absolutely no reflexes whatsoever, that's exactly what the Battletoads level would be like. Bam. Oh. Oh, Marnie. Here's one. Oh no. There we go. Let me see. Take through their garbage. As always. Give her a cheese. Alright. Seem to be doing okay. Oh. Can't go into her bedroom. That would be rude. Indecent. Let me see. Why don't we fish for a bit? Just have a nice fish, you know? A little fishy poo.
Ooh, man kills mankind by testament.
Nice. I don't think I ever saw Testament. Saw a lot of random metal bands over the years, but I don't think I saw them.
Did you ever get to see Guar back when Davey was still alive and Corey Smoot?
No, I never did get to see Guar.
Guar is right up your alley, man. I'll tell you. You go with a white shirt, stand right in the middle of the pit, and it's going to be a pink shirt and slightly green.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I kind of had a similar story to that from, I went to Ozfest one year, and it was, Slayer was on, and basically me and my younger brother were standing on the very outer edge of the pit, and we turned around and looked behind us and noticed that a second pit was forming behind us, so we were slowly kind of getting hemmed in. Oh, cutscene, here you go. Uh-oh. Old mayor boy's shooting them down. Forbidden love, the passion, the majesty. Oh, she's pissed. I don't know why the mayor isn't allowed to date. Like, what kind of fucked up Puritan town are they living in? Aw, Marnie. You poor thing. You old so-and-so. A secret.
The mayor's not allowed to date because he's sworn himself to celibacy.
It's some kind of weird combination of a mayor and a priest.
Yep.
Ah! The face. Oh god. I like how they somehow assume I haven't already figured them out, like... Alright. What do you think? Should we keep the secret, or should we narc them out?
You know what? Keep the secret. Let's just keep the peace. You don't want to stir the pot.
Alright, we'll keep it a secret. Forbidden love. Isn't it beautiful? Well, except for Marnie. She seems kind of pissed.
Yeah. Well,
Why were you hiding?
She's 1/4 his age, so he's really robbing the cradle there.
I assumed she was a little older than that, but maybe not. I assumed it was more like 40 and 60 rather than like 25 and 60. So yeah, that's what cutscenes are like. Let's go to near Leah's place, see if we can't trigger another one. Oh, there she is. Hey, Leah. I'll just go run ahead of her. Maybe it'll trigger. Probably got to get into her house. We'll fish by her house until she comes by. Maybe that'll work. Probably not. She'll probably lock the door behind her. Why does she have wheat on her door? She just has a big old wheat just leaning against the house.
That's blue duct tape.
Oh, word.
That's like Passover too, and of course she's got the jack-o'-lanterns on the left-hand side, so she's probably one of those occultist Wiccan people.
Ah, I see. That's how they get you.
and a random dandelion in the front to let you know that she's a Scientologist.
Is that what that is? That's the calling card? You have to do the secret handshake? You gotta tap your nose and do a little dance.
Make a little love, put a little mayonnaise on your hands, slap it against each other's faces.
Yeah. All that mayonnaise talk distracted me. I nearly lost the fish. Let me see here. I don't even feel like selling that. Just eat it now.
Just eat the fish, the whole fish. Just eat it.
All right, there we go.